Hey guys, Spooks here. Ooh. And welcome back to Rise of Insanity. I tried and tried and tried to get it to work, but it kept crashing, so I had to completely replay the game up until this point. But it let me through, so fingers crossed. Okay. This is where it let me off. Hello. I need a key. That's my cell opening. Got it. Well, that looks important. In the case of the murder of Susan Dowell and Theodore Dowell, suspect Edward. After many attempts to make contact with the suspect, we still do not have any information. The accused is constantly smiling and indistinctly repeating a sentence that reads, "The nightmares have stopped." His gaze is absent. He does not maintain eye contact with the interlocutor. He probably does not make anything of the position that he is in. Without the presence of a forensic psychologist, it is 8:30 at night. And my upstairs neighbors are vacuuming their floor. Because what better time would there be? Assume that the case will be closed with an insanity plea. Just that, guys. 25 minutes. Our apartments aren't that big. Just need to let it go. That's annoying because they'll wake up Toby and Cyrus. They'll just vacuum. Like once it turns 7 o'clock, they just have a vacuuming party. And I don't know why. Okay, witness Stephen Dowell. The suspect is shocked. There is no rational contact with them. It is understandable in his position. He hasn't said anything new. After the murder, there were many different comments from the psychology world and the press. The witness has only mentioned that his therapy for curing a mental split disorder had been very ineffective. He hasn't commented on that. That looks important. I would assume a 3-digit combination. Fresh grounds. Oh, goody. Three. I think it was 3, 2, 7. Let's try that again. I think it's 3, 2, 7. Okay, so right, left, or right. No, wrong way. I'm so smart. Key. What is that? I also turned up the brightness because this game's really dark. Which isn't bad necessarily, but can make it rather difficult to see. Where did I see something that was locked? You know what? I bet it's the cell that has the phone in it. But I haven't gotten over here.
Good.
Oh,
so maybe
gosh.
you would tell us about your authorial therapy. What do you think, Mr. Dow? Can you hear me? It's better now, isn't it? So, can we continue?
I thought that was the room where they
Did you know
talked
that
to Edward.
Susan Dow was pregnant?
With Edward's baby. Thanks to Mrs. Vanessa, we have managed to come into contact with the suspect. It has been established that he is single. He worked as a gardener for the Dowell family. He said that for the last months he had been taking part in a therapy and that it was to cure him from a split personality disorder. He admitted that he had killed his wife and child, but, as he emphasized, he had done it in his dream because Dr. Dowell had told him to do so. It had been part of his therapy, and had finally figured it out. It is necessary to speak with Dr. Dowell. Was Dowell trying to get Edward to kill him? John, I know that tomorrow is Bowman's shift, so I've hidden the key for the door switch in a safe place. Oh. Well, look at that. I guess that it's that one. Yep. I'm getting there. Hello?
Listen, Bowman, give me some creeps, Doctor. I won't manage alone.
Don't know what that means, but alright. Bye. I'm guessing I'm going to the...
I hereby open the trial against Edward Groom about Susan Dowell and Theodore Dowell's murder. Do the prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial is started?
I would like to enclose the report about my client's insanity to the evidence, as well as recordings made by Dr. Dowell during the therapy.
Mr. Edward, could you tell us about the relation that was between you and Mrs. Susan Dow, Dr. Stephen Dow's wife?
Stephen's got his
Trying
sad
to cure
face
you?
mask.
I would like to enclose documents from Susan Dow's autopsy to the evidence. Basing on these, Your Honor, as well as the jury can get to know that the victim was pregnant with the defendant.
It was Edward's baby. After the appearance of new evidence, which is Susan Dowell's autopsy protocol, we have come to know that she was in the first month of pregnancy. Furthermore, the father of the child is suspect Edward. We have established that Stephen had a motive and the skills to manipulate Edward. During interrogation, the suspect showed a lack of contact with his interlocutors. He experienced ambivalent states, from hysteria attacks to complete apathy. During interrogation, the accompanying psychologist came up with a thesis about Dr. Dowell's insanity, which might have been caused by many traumatic experiences in a short period of time. Do I leave? Can I be the judge?
I open the trial against Stephen Dowell about malpractice against Edward Groom, who caused Susan and Theodore Dowell's
Ooh,
death.
getting a malpractice case.
Prosecutor and counsel wish to say anything before the trial is started?
My client, as a doctor, always takes care about patients' welfare. In the enclosed evidence, Your Honor may read about many difficult cases that have been cured by the defendant. He was trying to cure his protege at any cost to ease the pain.
I would like to enclose to the evidence the description of one therapy conducted by the defendant, which, as we can read, also finished with a failure. The girl, with similar illness like Edward, who under the influence of the therapy made suicide.
And did the defendant realize that his wife was pregnant, not with him, but with Edward?
I did not. Oh, I want to be judge. Fine. Be that way then. Squee. Ooh. The tragic events from my friend's past had a very bad influence on his mental health condition, says Dr. Abraham Maslow, friend of the accused suspected of manipulating Dr. Stephen Dowell, which in turn has led him to murder his family. Wait. Suspected of manipulating Dr. Stephen. So, wait, did Stephen kill him? And then just, like, said that Edward did? Oh, this is fun. That's terrifying. What the frick am I? Ooh, so now I'm Steven. Sure thing, Doctor. You gonna jump scare me again? Is this Dr. Abraham? I have not seen a duck in a long time. Starting to get withdrawals. Mother and 7-year-old son murdered. The father of the family is the one responsible for the commission of these horrible acts.
How are you feeling today? Everything's okay? I think it's time to
Steven
show you
killed them,
something.
or he
Let's go to
manipulated
the next
Edward to
room.
kill them.
Have a seat and make yourself comfortable.
Oh, next room. Huh? This room? Oh, this is just like the beginning with the film reels. I cannot have a seat. You can just stare into the light,
Our
though.
relationship started to pass away suddenly. Stephen treated me like a lodger, unwanted person, with whom he lived because it was kind of interest. And I started to live on memories and projections that were so beautiful in my head, so perfect. Stephen was in them like years before, like when we moved into our new house and we planned to make a big garden, only for us. These memories made me stronger, helped me to survive, and wait for tomorrow with hope. First time, I thought that maybe I'm only dreaming, or the projections about him became ridiculously strong. He came to me like before, smiling, happy, with sparkles in his eyes. Similar situations repeated in the next weeks, and I, instead of looking for their source, was waiting till my loving Stephen came back, just for a while, to feel like before, like years ago. At the beginning of our relationship, Stephen often told me about interesting things from the psychology ward. During his studies, he met with the case of a patient with multiple personalities. I remember well this case because it seemed to be very exciting. So many different personalities in one body that differ in IQ, beliefs, talents, and even visual acuity. I hid my husband's illness to meet with Eddie, his second personality, to feel happy just for a while, to fulfill my dreams. During our romance, we often met in the garden. Today, I again talked with Eddie. He is in very bad condition. Stephen's therapy started to even scare him, he says. He must make terrible things to be cured and finally take a breath. As a last resort, I will send this recording to Abraham.
So Stephen is Eddie. And Eddie is Stephen. This is cool symbolism of like his world being flipped upside down. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Ducky. I missed you. Okay, well, I can't go that way. Oh, I'm going to hell. I don't know what that is. But I'm gonna leave now. We often met in the garden. Oh, goody. Is that mine? Oh, I just had to do it a whole bunch. So did he eventually develop a multiple personality disorder? Didn't even know that was something that could be developed. I thought you just got born with it. Whoosh. It's always fun to have two kids that don't sleep. So Eddie was just trying to be a happy guy. Steven's the bad guy. He manipulated Eddie into killing everyone. This is pretty. Don't crash again. Better not crash again. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to play through the whole game again and get to this point again. Well, that's annoying. Okay, so I had to restart it a couple times and it finally let me through. All that's after that pit is the credits. So we reached the end. That was the end. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I know that I've played it before, but I didn't remember anything, which made it just like I was playing it brand new. So if you guys like this, let me know down in the comments below. Let me know if you'd like to see some other games that I've played in the past. Want to see that revamped. And I'll do it. But until next time, guys, stay spooky. Toodles!